Right then, take two.
It's plugging everything back in. Take two. Yeah, working. Check my phone. Apologise anyone that's had to watch this horrendous. Hello whoever's watching, edit. I'll just take down the old one. Actually, I can't. Interesting. What did I want us to cover in this stream? How do I do this? I'll do it through my phone. Good old-fashioned way. So, firstly, looking at a new tank. Whoops, my bad. There we go. Looking at great. How do I do this? Webcam. Yeah. Can you see that? It's in focus. It was in focus for a second. I'll be here for hours. I'll move the mic a bit closer. This is just a shotgun mic. I can use it. I'll just post a link for it. Here it is. 280 litres, so 75 gallons. Ultra clear glass tank. It's 270 new. I got it used for 50 quid. But I gotta wait till I can actually pick it up. Which is great. Yeah, it's got 8 reviews, all 5-star. And then I was planning on doing a Dutch style. God help me. Look great. It's the maintenance of me. I need to move that a bit closer. No likes just yet. Have I just chosen a bad time to start streaming? Probably have. I'll wait here until anyone shows up. I'm just checking my uploads. D's uploaded. Oh, he's on a new shrimp thing. Awesome. Wild fish. Live stream tonight. Dream shorts. Ooh. Girl Talks Fish is uploaded. She does a lot of good videos. Mm. Mm. Great. Have stream interrupted in about 2 minutes. I'm gonna call it. It's about to be big interruption. I'm debating whether I should start talking to no one or just sit here. Got 2 views of the old stream, which started streaming 8 minutes ago. Unexpected. Can't manage streams. Maybe if we use YouTube Studio. 61 subscribers. I wouldn't have thought it. My god awful review. Awful audio. No microphone. Terrible shaky video. And really loud background music for the Nano USB air pump, which broke after 3 weeks. It's got 1,000 views. What about my Boy Sponge filter review? That took 15 minutes to make. I made that during a break time between online lessons. 4 minutes of filming, 10 minutes of editing. I'd say actually probably 7 minutes of editing, 3 minutes of uploading. Those were the days. Where I put little effort into a video, but I'll do a video a day. I'll just burn out our videos so much quicker. If I do 2 a week or 1 a week, let's say I have 50 videos. That could last 50 weeks rather than 50 days or 25 weeks. Do 2 a day. It just depends. Horrible noise. Oh, 2 people viewing. Thank you, whoever's viewing. Pop your question in the live chat. I'll answer. Anything else you want to talk about, feel free. I'm just particularly bored. I've got a lot to do. Can't be asked to do it. I thought, why not sit down, do a live stream, face to face, rather than hiding behind a camera for once. Just do it face to face rather than hiding behind a camera. Oh, I'm back down to 1 view. Got one like though. Just turn my phone down a bit. It's a bit loud. Well, the audio and video are working. Just have to test it myself. Alright then. I'm going to do a quick talk about this Art of Aquascaping book. Great book. It's got no words in it. It's just pictures. If I was 5 again, I'd love it. I love picture books. There's a bit of writing explaining it. But I just hop on YouTube. I can find out all this information. Yeah, some of it is restricted. Summary advice: best choosing an aquarium. Think carefully about the final look you wish to achieve. And it's just got loads of pictures. Who's it by? I can't remember. James Findlay and the Green Machine. I swear they have a YouTube channel. I'm probably thinking of Green Aqua, but I think they do as well. I know they have their own separate brand. I'm not sure about the YouTube channel. I want to check that. Yeah, golden ratio, everything. It's basically just a snail shell shape. How you focus this. Rule of thirds. That's the only one I really understand. The Iwagumi drawing pigs downstairs. Yeah, I don't really understand how you calculate the golden ratio. Aquarium. Oh well. I'm still here, chatting away. And it sort of like explains them how to do an island, how to do a long low boy, different types of stones for an Iwagumi, why you shouldn't do. And it's got a whole plant list here. Aquatic plants A to Z. Oh my word. Like 2 pages worth of aquatic plants. So you got all the Altananthras, Anubiuses, Aponogetons, Zolas. Then we go into the Bacopas. And there's Crypts, and there's Elocaris, which is basically the hair grasses, Hygrophilus, Ritalas. There are quite a few Ritalas. A few Pogostemons. Pogostemon Hellfire is a really nice one. It's quite popular with quite a few aquascapers. Hello, Cooper Aquatics. I need to see your name there. Oh, you're gone. Wait. Might have not. Just gone. Fewer things just gone. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Any questions? Put it in the live chat, whichever way it is, this way, that way. You can see the 33 behind me. Absolute mess. Most of my time now, free time, is either doing schoolwork, doing things around the house, YouTube, or the new project I mentioned earlier with the 280 litre. I had the sump for it delivered the other day. Used sump, great. What is it? Is it something aquariums? It's like I got it for 50 quid. Did a bit of Google. Turns out it's worth 190 quid new. Not bad. It's only been used for I think a year. So silicon's fine. Just needs a bit of a scrub. It is quite an awkward like how it's set up. So I need to work out what parts are going to be mechanical, biological, and return pump chamber, as well as heater chamber, etc. But I can do that later in the line. I'm more focused on what filtration I'm going to use. Either use like aerobic, like with your bio rings, or alpha grog, lava rock sort of things, or go anoxic filtration, which is made popular by Dr. Kevin Novak. I can't find laterite anywhere. No one can. So sticking with fluorite red. I was going to use that anyway in the tank, because I was going to do base nutrients, so like some Osmocote and clay sticks, Eco Complete, fluorite red, fluval stratum, plants, tank, fish, however you put it into context. Yeah, and then run the sump. I need to drill it. The only problem with the tank is I got it 50 quid, but I offered them 60 quid to include the sand, which I'm probably going to use in the 33 behind me once I move these guys out. Take everything out of there, dirt, deep sand deep sand bed, like father fish, and then I'm debating what to breed in there. I really want to breed something in there. Just do some sponge filters and some bio rings in the corner, just as a filtration, and have the anaerobic in the substrate. Grow some plants in there. Either breed a pair of angels. I was looking at Filipino blue angels or blue star endlers. If I'm doing the endlers, I'll probably do shrimp and bristlenose plex as well. Don't know what kind of bristlenose plex. I did find some green dragon bristlenose plex. They look so good. I found them on eBay. I found some long finned ones for 40 quid each. Got in touch with them. Short fin, which is my preferred type. I just find that I don't really like long fin. It's just an extra risk, fin rot, tear, etc. Not everyone likes them. But the short fins were only 20 each. So I don't know if the Dutch goes well and I can sell some trimmings, I'll see if I can invest in some plecos. I also could do clown plecos. I don't really eat algae though. They're more what are they called? I haven't done much pleco videos in 2 months. Just sort of falling out of that. When more focused on the new tank rather than that. But they like rasp on wood and like eat sort of like leftover food and stuff normally in the wild. It's a mess at the moment. I've just got bits of sponge filter in there, got a bit of biomedia, keeping that cycled. Filter leaked. I was about 3 weeks ago. Haven't set it back up again. Don't know why. It was the pre-filter that leaked. And yeah. Not the main thing out in there, but it's been running off the biomedia and other filter in there for now. I'm like up here, a little thing on the side. I'm planning on putting the sump up there maybe, potentially debating it since that leak. But if I am going to go from, how many grams am I on now? 3. Get another one that's 4. I'm probably gonna have to break one down because that's too much medicine for me. Because yeah, these might be low tech, but I'm having Dutch style, and that's like the most intensive sort of maintenance for an aquascape. It is actually the oldest aquascape, apparently, from like 1956. I know that's old for the hobby. The hobby being pretty modern. Well, at least tropical, because they've had to develop heaters and filters, and that's all just required better engineering and things like that. But yeah, that was interesting. Doesn't require any hardscape. No hardscape. Stem plants only. Ouch. That's a lot of trimming. What am I probably gonna do? Just grab some pearlweed from the Jordan Peaks. Just do some trimmings. Have a big thing of that. Do some Ludwigias. I like Ludwigias. They're very nice. Not as finicky as Ritalas. I think they look better, more broad, a bit easier to keep. I want to do some Ritala because I'm planning on doing CO2. It won't be dirted though, because I'll be putting it downstairs and probably be in like the living room. And yeah, the plan was like the 16 gallon, great plant growth, looking amazing, no nitrates. It's Nova. Hello. Face behind the camera. Oh god. God. Yeah, you can see what I look like. Terrible hair. Lockdown hair. Covered in spots. Yeah, this is me. That's what I look like. No point hiding behind the camera because you never know. I might be like filming a video and I forget to turn like, I don't know. I just get some reflection and my face pops up. No, I can get. Yeah, I haven't had a haircut in November, so 5 months. God. I haven't let anyone in my family anywhere near it. Because there's some people at school that have absolutely shocking haircuts. It's either shocking haircut, self-cut, kind of kept it how it was, or mullet. How's my day going? How do you call it a day? I haven't done much. Did a water change on here on the 16 gallon. Just to my left, you can't see it. 7 gallon. Did a water change. Hello, Ray. I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna embarrass myself. Hi, Ray. How are you? You're the light guy, as I call you. Because you're the one that was asking me all the questions about the floodlight. Well, I've got something for you. Awesome, you're doing a Dutch as well. I'm planning on doing a Dutch on a 75 that I'm getting. Fingers crossed. But yeah, with the light, it broke. It's kind of my fault. I'll get it for you right now. Let me just show you. As you can probably see, this is set as white. I might have to move my camera, but it's like all broken. All the other LEDs are on. But I think water got in here along the edges because I had it on the lid, and like the lid had bowed a little bit from the weight and the humidity, because it's an acrylic lid. Learned my lesson, and yeah, it's broken. Still works, but the LEDs are damaged. It's not the end of the world, no, guys. What, a 25 quid light? But if you do like a suspension system above the tank, then it'll be absolutely fine. I'll check the warranty on them. I don't think water damage is covered, but I know it's IP66, which means, which is the same thing for phones. I think this one is my iPhone 7 Plus, which will do everything for the channel except live streams. Is IP67. So I think the 6 is dust and other small particles, and then the second digit is I think water and other liquids. Oh, thanks, Ethan. Oh, I got 5 people. Let's go. Not bad. So, let me get a calculator out. I'm just doing quick calculations. 61 divided by 5 equals 12.2. I've got 12% of the viewers on this stream. 4 likes, thank you. Don't have to. It doesn't matter. Any other questions? Echo. Let me just Google that, Ray. I've never heard of those. Is that? Do you mean like hair grass or those sort of species? Let me just Google it. Images. Oh, nice. It's like. Oh, I've never seen these. So it's like. Blixa japonica. Nice. Yeah, I know. 61 subs doesn't matter. It's just a part-time thing. I'm kind of blocking up the 33. Let me let you see. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Ethan. What's your species of fish, and what's your own like to do? Oh, what's my favourite species of fish? Either the Denison barb, which I've got in there, the red and green, really nice fish. I do like a red-tailed shark. They're really nice. I remember seeing one and then just going, wow, I want one. Will it fit in X size aquarium? And I was like, oh, it needs this size aquarium. And I watched other videos. Corey recommended 29. Mike had one in 33. And then, so I got this tank, got it all set up, everything was all wonderful. And then then I had all set up, got all the fish, all cycled. Had some Amazon swords and some Cereal stone and some substrate and an internal filter. I think it was a U4, Flivel U4. Which came with the tank. And then watched a couple more videos. I had some other videos pop up in my subscriber feed, and I found out I needed a bigger tank. Great! I just invested, I think it's £250 in this one. I was told, and I found out that I needed a bigger tank. I needed at least a 55. I was like, great. I'll do what I can. 2 years later, still got it. Fish are still in there. Saved up good amount of money. I've got a 75 gallon or 250 litre sump as well. Combined, I got them for £110, which is amazing. But that doesn't. That I still need to get the pump, the PVC for the plumbing. Still need to drill the tank. Problem with the tank is it's got like a chip. So how should I do this? So let's say this is like the corner. This is the base, and this is like the back. It's like in between here. There's a chip. and I need to repair that. But I can just put some silicone on there. If I'm desperate, I can get a little piece of glass, silicone it in there, and then put some silicone on the inside, just in case. But it should be all fine. What do I do when a fish dies? So today, one of my endlers I found had jumped out. So I decreased the water line, and it's quite sad. I like the endler, but so I've got like a little tree, dig a little hole, put the fish in, cover it back up. Sort of the fish decomposes, nutrients absorbed by the tree, so in a way their life is renewed. It's not flushed down the toilet, ends up in the local sewage treatment works. Yeah. Oh, I've got another thing to show you. This is hilarious. So I was listening to BBC Radio 4. Like an absolute poshy I am, but that's the only radio station I like. I'm sorry, Radio 2 is awful. Radio 1 is awful, in my opinion. You have a right to your own opinion. I'm not enforcing it, but I'm just saying I don't like those radio stations. So they said that there was a scam going around, and they were saying it was mentioning like Royal Mail and some postage fee. Don't trust any 07 numbers you're getting it from. So what do I get today? But look, if you can see that, I got the same thing. If you can see that, so basically it says Royal Mail, your package has a £2.99 shipping fee. The package I didn't order. To pay this, now visit https://royal parcel, and then it's got a dash mail.com. Your package will be returned if this fee is unpaid. So there was some woman on the radio that explaining how she did it. So she paid the £2.99 for the shipping, but I don't know, she was going on about how they managed to get into her Lloyd's account, and then they phoned her apparently from the Lloyd's number, and she ended up losing, I think it was £6,000. So if I had done it, I probably wouldn't have lost that much. So how much have I got on my? I think I've got 100 quid on my card. Most of it's in my wallet, physical cash, which is useless at the moment because no one's going anywhere. Everything's online. So as soon as I can get to a bank, exchange it, get it on the card. What was your first fish? Oh God. I need to go back to 2012, 2013. So we had a 3-gallon, and I remember I still got it. It was the one that had the baby panda cories in. I've closed that down. I was going to do it as a shrimp tank, but it was just too much maintenance for me, so I closed it down. But we had one platy. Was it a platy or? Yeah, it was one platy. I think it was a teacup platy. Zebra Danio. And I think I had a Borneo sucking loach. That was my fish, or a hillstream loach. Can't remember. It was one of the two. And a rummy nose tetra. Had it all set up. Day we got all the fish back. Rummy nose died the next day. We didn't know what was going wrong. Didn't even have a heater. No heater. The filter was a tiny little piece of sponge and a little bit of carbon and filter floss. That was it. Let me just grab a piece of sponge to show you how big this was. like the piece of sponge was about this big, about half like take this, split it in half. It was about that big. And yeah, that was it. And then after that, after Romulus died, we were a bit confused. Then we brought home a better. Even looking back on this, I feel really guilty. Better was absolutely fine for about 3 months. I had plants in there as well. I had like a Nubius, a Lodia, and milfoil. Is that what it's called? I had those 3 plants. They're actually doing pretty well. I had no ferts, just sand. And so I got home from school. This was, I can't remember how old I was, but what the better had done. So we had like a little pump inside. It was like a little power head that pushed up to the foam and the filter floss, etc. It basically killed itself. Managed to get its head stuck in the motor or propeller of the power head. Felt really great about that. We didn't add any more fish after that, so we just had a zebra danio, teacup platy, and a hillstream loach for about 4 years after that. And then one of my friends came round, overfed the tank, and they all died. But yeah, those 3 fish, top 3 hardiest fish. Aquarium Analytic, the future video, yeah, probably. Yeah, I got a hillstream in 16. He's doing great. I can see him right now. Yeah, looks good. Zebra danio, such a hardy fish. I think the lowest. This was no heater. This was on my desk in my room, and this is during winters. And in the house we had it at the time, it was really drafty as well. So temperatures must have dropped to about 13 in the winter. How many fish do I have right now? Oh my god. Ethan, I don't know. That's why I hate. I woke up and looked at the back of the filter, and the whole head of the fish was off. Oh, nice. I just don't like internals because of that. The fish always get stuck behind them. Sponges, like the big one here, if you got it like away from the edges, I think it's not as bad. But like certain internals, some fish can do that. So my pearl gouramis, all 3 of them died because they got stuck behind the filter. 2 of them died whilst I was on holiday. Yeah, Ethan, yeah, loads. Too many, in my family's opinion. But I don't care. My hobby. Oh well. Live with it. Favorite plant. I might have to take my laptop off the. You want to start keeping tarantulas? If I ever kept tarantulas, I'll probably this channel wouldn't exist because I'll be dead if I kept tarantulas. Keep tarantulas if you want to. I support it. I think Ants Canada has one. I can't remember. I haven't watched his channel in about a year, but he has loads of animals in there. He's got mostly ants, but I know I think he's still got a tarantula. I can't remember. But yeah, he does quite a few nice enclosures, and I'm guessing there's a whole community for it. I know Edward's Aquariums. I know he doesn't. He's deleted his channel now, but he used to do a couple of tarantula videos every now and then. But yeah. Favorite plant? Still haven't answered that. Let me just unplug my laptop and show you. This is going to get shaky. I'm just wanting to unplug the mic. I want to show you. It's like this one here, if you can see. I think it's a Crip Wentai Brown. So my mum got it for me when she went to local Maidenhead to get some more food. She picked up a plant as well, and that happened to be that. And I've had it for a year and a half, at least 2 years now. I don't know, ages. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And for at least a year, I didn't give it any ferts. It was just living off fish poo in the substrate, and it also had a Amazon sword to compete with. So out of 1 to 10, beginner friendly, I'll give it a 10. Looks great as well. This is not a highlight. This is just the light that came with the tank. It's not amazing. I've always thought of upgrading it, but never have. Yeah, crypts are nice. Crypts are really nice. I've got loads in the 16 because I really want to get some more of these, of the Crypt Wentai Brown, I think. So I went on eBay and got a Crypt Maya Oya, Crypt Wentai Brown, Crypt Warcry, the 3 that look the most like it. I'm not entirely sure, but under the RGB floodlight, it's done. They were properly brown, but since converting back to the standard tank light, they've gone a bit more green. Morning Chrysalis, that's a really nice plant. Good choice. Favorite stem, probably Ludwigia. A Ludwigia. I don't have a particular favorite. I think it's Ludwigia SP White. That looks really stunning. So, some point, if I dare to dig out the 3 gallon, I already want to do an all white aquarium. So, Anubias Snow White, or is it Anubias Nano Petite White? I can't remember. It's one of the 2, and just all white plants. Maybe a black substrate and black lava rock. That would look really good, and then a black background. That would look really good. Pop of white next to black. L Verticulata, Ludwigia Verticulata. I recognise the name. This is embarrassing. I know. I'm pretty good with my Ludwigias. It looks like I'm doing some shopping on eBay. Verticulata. Ludwigia. I want to plug the mic back in. Probably hard to hear me. There you go. Google searching. Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember that. It's like the really fine one. It's like green on the bottom and then pink. That needs quite a lot of trimming, apparently. I know Corvus Austin has quite a few of those, I think, in his tanks. I think it's in this book. Let me just check. I might have it in another book. No, I don't do. It's probably in this one. That wasn't a link, lol. I know. I just copied it from that. Oh, white is for sale. Oh, nice. I think I did see that. I'm debating whether I should get it for the Dutch. If you're doing a Dutch as well, that'd be really cool to do a Dutch with someone. So I got in touch with Corvus Austin. I think it's on a stream last night, and I asked him how many plants I needed and what he'd recommend, any tips for it. And for the 75, he said 16 plants. So if I pull out the calculator, do some maths. If I do 75, let's round it to 15 to make it even. That's 5, right? So 5, you want 5 species of plants per 15 gallons. Yeah, it would be. 5 species of plants per 15 gallons. So 1 species of plant per 3 gallons. There you go. So the 3 gallon, I don't know, dig it out, pack it through the pearl weed, send the picture to MD Fish Tanks, and think he'll be proud of me. I might plug in the Xbox in a minute. Nova and Ethan want to play. If any other questions, probably not going to go for too much longer. High daylight interval. You need low. Oh, you need low KH. Great. I'll kill it. So here in where I live in the UK, we've got really hard water. Not like London. London's water is notoriously hard, but we've got quite hard water. So does George Farmer and Aquarium Gardens. There you go. They've also got hard water. So if you go check out their store if you're nearby, or I think it's also on YouTube. They've got a couple of videos. But yeah, they've got the plants there, stunning, all on hard water. I love it how everyone at like Green Aqua, ADA, they're like, oh yes, you need soft water. I don't care. It might be for soft water. Buy it. Buy it. Find out what grows in your water. Also depends on the substrate. They say that high CVC substrates like EcoComplete and Blue Stratum, and as well as plants, don't take in as much nutrients from hard water. I don't really believe that. I'd say with hard water, you got more nutrients because it's got more calcium and magnesium, so you won't be getting those deficiencies. Means you can't keep certain fish like discus or Caradini shrimp because they're just so sensitive to harder water. Unless what are they called? German discus, certain German bred discus, which are bred in hard water. Unless you've got those, which are if I ever keep discus, I'll get some of those because A, they're high quality, and B, they're in hard water. Oh, Stenker. Is that Stendker? Excuse my German, I don't speak German. Don't know. I know some German because of history GCSE, but I don't know how to pronounce anything. I'm not a linguist. I'm terrible at French. I'm not bad at English. I think with French, it's just the spelling. Can't spell English or French. Dyslexia 101. Stendker. I know George Farmer's got some in his whatever tank. 3-to-1 calcium to magnesium ratio. Is that for London or I mean, customary minimizer. Huh. Good for you. You need low KH, and you had one of my London. Yeah, I live in London. Or 21 GH. I can't remember if that's high. I don't really measure those sort of things. But yeah, it's apparently hard. So I think Gracie's betters. So betters prefer softer water and need soft water to breed. I think I think she lives in London as well. So yeah. When I've been in London, I did check Google Maps. I didn't see too many aquarium shops. Might have just been my phone or something, but I just didn't see too many. It might not be too popular because aquariums can take up a lot of space, and London's quite tightly packed. So I understand why, and also they can be expensive to keep, and you've got to have some spare change lying around to have them. They're sort of a luxury. Depends, because you have the luxury aquariums of like the ADA, and then you got your cheap eBay 10 quid tank with a 2 quid sponge filter and a 5 quid light. But yeah, it's just I don't know how to term it. Yeah, but when I checked when I was in London, I didn't see too many. Magnesium sulfate. Dehydrate. Wow, you had a lot of chemicals. I have considered doing what's it called? The DIY fertilizers, where you have like you mix your iron and things. But I prefer just using the TNC. It's probably the same price, a little bit more. Don't mind them mixing it for me. I think it's £15 for a litre bottle for the normal fertilizer, iron and carbon. Oh, it's a scam apparently. What's a scam? The TNC. 96% water, really? I want to change then. Uh-oh. Okay, it's might write this down. Are you happy, Ray? You can see that. Don't use TNC, 96% H2O. Until note for myself. Look at the ingredients, yeah. I noticed that. It's like 5% potassium, but I still get potassium deficiency. It's really weird. It's mostly, there's more potassium than anything else, but I still get potassium deficiency. So I dose C-Chem potassium. That might be because it's 96% water, but if it's 96% water, then why is it 5%? Very odd, yeah. Because it's high potassium for. But I am looking at what's it called? I was thinking of changing when I set up the Dutch. I think it's called it's not, it's something like that. H2O Plants recommended it. I need to check if it's available in the UK, but he recommended that for Dutch, or I just get one of the tropical ones. Or if I'm feeling up for it, I make my own. What was kind of painful this morning because I did the DIY CO2, mixed it all up, everything, set it up. Now it's not even pumping into the tank, which is just great. I just left it, kept it on low just in case I don't gas the endless in the 7-gallon, but hopefully it's working now. You've heard what, Kay? No, Ray, sorry. I'm half asleep. Didn't sleep too well last. 3:30 in the morning, dog barges in. Probably a window or something slamming, spooked him. Didn't get back to sleep since. So. Oh, someone removed a like. It's probably Cooper Aquatics, if I'm correct. Because I noticed that they nipped in for literally. They might still be here. I'm sorry if I'm insulting you. I didn't mean it. But certain individuals, not annoyed at them, but it's why they sort of hop on the certain things and comment, but they're commenting something completely random, completely irrelevant to the video, and I'm like, and then I'm just replying like that didn't happen in the video. Not calling anyone out. Thank you to anyone that has joined this stream at some point. Most random part of the day. Thanks be to Cooper Aquatics, Nova, Ray, and Ethan. I owe you guys. I understand if anyone else has joined the stream since. But yeah, I had a thing when I was on about 20 subscribers, so I had a couple of really big YouTubers, like 100k, sort of reach out saying, "Oh yeah, I love your content." I'm just like, but I spent 5 minutes making that video. Why are you reaching out to someone with 20 subscribers who at that point only gets an average of 5 views on each video, spends 5 minutes filming, 10 minutes editing a video, and yeah, and they're never even heard of them, don't even do fish tanks, haven't uploaded a single video. So I'm guessing what they do is target smaller individual channels which are trying to grow, like mine, or anyone else's. Sort of spam these comments on individual ones only once. Sort of lure them in. So they go, "Oh yeah, this person with 100,000 subscribers is saying my content's great," and then they subscribe to them. I think that's sort of how it works. MD Fish Tanks, right? I don't hate MD. Really like his videos. There's certain aspects I don't really like about him. So sometimes I feel he's copying me. So I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll do a Dutch." I took a screenshot one time. So he did a community post, I believe, saying, talking about his, I think it was his first plant storage tank, and he said something like, "I really like how it looks," so I suggested doing a Dutch, and then 2 weeks later, he does a Dutch. It might have been a Dutch hybrid. He might have had it. He'd been in his own idea, but he didn't include what I said. Similar thing happened with King I DIY. It might not even been me, but this sort of completely knocked him off. I now don't watch him. Don't really like him. This sort of like This was like the spark of the dislike for him, and which ended up with me not watching him anymore. When I started, really liked him. Thought he was an amazing YouTuber. Oh, hi Zoe. And so yeah, really liked him. Loved his content. Big fan. As soon as Graham turned up from Aquarium Ventures, sort of hating on him, I thought like, "Oh Graham, don't say that." Blah 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 blah. A couple of months later, I'm Team Graham. I love Graham. He's great. He's a great YouTuber from the UK. Lives in Sheffield, from Scotland, and he's from Scotland. I actually got some stickers from him. I won some stickers, and he sent some to me. Really nice stickers. And yeah, with the King DIY, it's like, what should I put in the 2000? And I suggested Archfish. Whether someone else had suggested it, he put Archfish in, and he said, he's saying things like, "Oh yeah, someone commented it, but I can't remember finding it." And he didn't, like, if you remembered it and you remembered it enough to actually go and do it, then you should have at least appreciated what they had done and said, "Thanks be to blah 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 for suggesting doing Archfish." I really don't want to get in these arguments with anyone. You have a right to your own opinion. As long as you don't do anything illegal with that, like start a riot or anything bad, it's your opinion. I'm not going to try and change it. I might absolutely love Joey, but as soon as he started doing the aquascaping thing with the tiny little cubes tournament thing, he just had this manner which I didn't like. He was acting like he knew everything about aquascaping, and at that point I really started getting into aquascaping, and it just put me off. I was like, you don't know everything about aquascaping. You just posted a video saying that you spent like 15 minutes aquascaping this tank, and then you're like, oh, boo-hoo about it. But I just didn't like that. That's the final straw for me, and I unsubscribed. I don't even have the time to go on his videos and dislike them, but half the time he's just got his camera like, oh yeah, look at this, guys, look at this, look at this, look at this. The other half is actually doing stuff. But I think with Joey over the past 3 years, he's gone from what I really loved about Joey, which was DIY, actual DIY, and now it's just vlog. And like the only DIY is making a stand, and he doesn't really show you how to do it. So I really like certain videos. So how to make a DIY mountain filter, how to make a DIY overhead sump, how to make a DIY sump, things like that. I really love that, and those sort of videos are dried up. I know he did a Oscar plywood aquarium. I didn't watch that, any of the videos on it, but I think he sort of tried to. Yeah, always shouting it. He's always shouting like, rawr, rawr, rawr. Yeah, the other thing I don't like about MD, I love all his other content, is like he gets things and then like he does a video on them, does loads of videos on them for about 2 months, let's say. And after that, you slowly, gradually see them less and less and less, but they might be fan favorites, and then he breaks them down. So what I noticed with his 49 tank tour, if you saw that, is the Killy tank with the orange. I can't remember what they're called. It's like Lyotels, is it? The orange ones, and the clowns or rocket killies. Their tank didn't look good. This man's amazing at aquascaping. I know he's not full time. He doesn't do it professionally, but he does make nice scapes. And their tank looked awful. Waterline down 2 inches. Internal filter, which was only just still going. Moss balls, pothos. It didn't look too good. It didn't look like it had been maintained in a while. That just made me a bit upset because I really liked the clown killies that he had, and he didn't do too many videos on that. It was just, look, I got these, keep them in this tank, and he didn't even escape the tank. I think he did add them to the volcano one. I didn't watch the whole of that. Oh, hi Gerald Ross. Back in my day, we didn't have the aquariums. Back in the day, that's what my grandparents are like. Back in the day, you could do this. Back in the day, a magazine was 3p. Back in the day, a house only cost £10,000. My buddy Eric went to an aquarium the other day. Great work. Thank you. Hope your buddy Eric had a great trip to the aquarium. What aquarium did he go to? I think it's Brighton. It's the oldest one in the UK. I've been to the Bournemouth ones a couple of times. Don't live anywhere near Bournemouth anymore. I used to live near there. Went when I was about 6. That probably, no, it's either 4. Went with a friend. I think that changed my life forever. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that trip. He suggested it, and yeah, they had like a piranha tank, they had pacu, they had shovel-nosed cats, they had red-tailed cats, they had everything, and then they had this massive aquarium, like huge. Like, take Joey King of DIY's 2,000-gallon aquarium, times that by 1,000. It was huge. And they had like sharks and stingrays and all manner of things in there. It's amazing. They also had otters. Can't remember if they're freshwater or saltwater. Probably saltwater. But they also had penguins. Don't think they had seals, which was a shame. But they had a lot for quite a small aquarium slash zooey thing. Oh, you need to leave. Bye, Ray. Thank you. This has been an hour stream. Really shoddy setup. Microphone, like carrying the whole setup. I think a £20 microphone. Terrible audio and quality. Thanks. Great talking with you. Nice. It's nice to have a chat with someone face to face. Me not hiding behind the camera like this. Like, yeah, guys, this is the update on the 33-gallon terrible audio and terrible video. Hello to anyone that's still watching. Great chatting with Ray. The 12-gallon Dutch rescape goes well. High tech. The thing with Dutch, I find, no, not Dutch. High tech. The term high tech is quite an interesting term. It determines whether you're doing CO2 or not. But some people say it also determines lights and filters. Why does the filter matter? I don't care if you're using an ADA Power Jet 800 whatever filter, which costs like 300 quid. Too much money. I don't care if it's that or an Awase Biomaster. Great filters, apparently, Awase. Some people say that they just break. I know Corey from Aquarium Q and A said that. But yeah, there's so much. I think people are either given them by Awase to say good things, like sponsored. I know Green Art Quora. But yeah, I think Corey got in touch with them and they kept on just saying, oh yeah, German engineering. I know most German products are really good quality, but sometimes it's just a pick of the hat, really. I feel like the All Pond Solutions one do a pretty good job. They can be a bit noisy, can leak, so can any filter. This has been a really random stream. I'm just putting that into context. We talked about phone scams, King of DIY, Aquarium Adventures, MD Fish Tanks, Favourite Plants, Ludwigias, TNC, and now it's 96% water. I'm not sure how long I'm going to continue this. See who else turns up. See if I can get Oscar in. I might call him and be like, get on the stream now. Whoever's watching, I feel really sorry for you. You're watching me talk about like the most random thing ever. Wait, shit. I wonder if it's my sister. Fuck. I can't remember if she knows my channel name. I can't remember if she even subscribed. God, she'll be like watching this, like, what the fuck is my brother talking about? He's doing a live stream with strangers about aquariums. How has he got 3 likes? That's my family for you. I have my mum or stepdad bursting in, just like, what do you want for dinner? How do you want it done? Help me with dinner. I told you an hour ago I'm doing a live stream. Leave me alone and shut up. It's just like in their brains for 10 minutes and then it's just like, out the window. Feels kind of nice now. I show my face. I was thinking like, oh yeah, I'll do it 1,000 subscribers. This channel's never gonna get to 1,000 subscribers. Ever. Might. Slight possibility. But the first 1,000 is the hardest. It is the hardest. Every YouTuber says that. That's what I noticed. Aquariums or not, the first 1,000 is the hardest. Anyone getting into YouTube? Do. Try. Doesn't matter if your peers at school discover it. They discovered mine. Oh well. I'm on the internet anyway. I think it was year 7 they discovered it. I used to upload like gaming videos and uploaded one aquarium video. It's still up. It's still up. So basically, how that aquarium came to be is, so I had the 3 gallon, then crashed, and yeah, I was at the hobby for about 2 or 3 years. I got into fishing. I was really into fishing, and thought, wait, I can keep fish in an aquarium. I remember now. So I really got into. I was thinking of like what I could put in a 3 gallon. I really wanted to put a red tail in there. I was like, oh, I need to get a bigger tank. So I got this one, did my research and everything. Too small. So I'm putting me in the 75 with all the other fish in there. Siamese algae eaters, the rescue tiger barb. I think it's balloon. A friend was shutting down their tank and they didn't know what to do with their fish. I think they were gonna. I don't know what they're gonna do with them. And yeah, I said, hey, I'll take the tiger barb. They had like some pictus cats as well. But I didn't want pictus cats. They can be a wonderful fish, but I think they're predatory and they can be aggressive to other catfish. I can't remember, but they got chunky pictus. There was like 3 good 7-inch pictus. They only get 6 inches. 7-inch, like really fat. Thank you, anyone that's watching. I'm talking jargon at the moment. Since Ray is gone. I'll end it in a minute. Tell me, anyone that's watching, put it in the chat. Do you want to see any more Minecraft streams? I sort of gave up on the idea of like doing a video. But because with my Xbox, it's not very good at capturing things, so I have it set to 720p, 5-minute captures to maximize what I want. But there's something wrong with it, and it only records about 1 minute 40, which is really strange. So yeah, I've got loads of 1 minute 40 clips, but yeah, I haven't edited them and stringed them together yet. Thank you, anyone watching from the States. I know there's one person. I know there's a couple of you guys from the States. I know Mary Page drops a comment every now and then, which is very nice and kind of her. She's got 500 subscribers. Very nice lady. Yeah. Where else do I have my viewers? There's a couple of you guys in the UK. Nova, Ethan. I think Kay. I think he mentioned it in London. Where else? I think I had a stat of where you guys are from, and I can't remember which other country it was. There's another one. Let me put it that way. Sorry guys, it's a bit rude that I'm on my phone, but so I got Bentley's uploaded, and so is Benno Chart. Everyday Aquarius, I'm just going through, I'm subscribed to, and who are regular uploaders. I need to work on my uploads, but I apologize now. So I've been doing my DV, I think it's classed as activity, and that's the 16 gallon, 60 litre. I just do everything in gallons, because all the YouTubers I watch, most of them are US and use imperials. So when it comes to measuring tank size, I use gallons. I'm sorry, guys. I've betrayed the British. I am not a Brit. We did use imperial. We now use metric. Is it metric? So much better. America, please. Can't remember what it was. It's like some NASA thing. There was a miscalculation between imperial and metric, and that caused it to all go wrong. Apparently, might not even be NASA. It was something like that. Like a tiny little miscalculation. Join the rest of the world. Use metric. We do use imperial every now and then, but I'll notice like my age, the only imperial we use is length, and that's not even say me to my door or me to my window. It's height. So it could be, oh, I'm 5'9", or I'm 5'7", I'm 5'8", I'm 5'6", or I'm 6'3", I'm 6'7", I'm 7 foot. That's the only. I know I said I'm a lot. I'm none of those heights. What am I doing with this pencil? So going back to the TNT, get my money's worth. This is what I'm gonna do. Since it's apparently 96% water, I'm gonna use it until it runs out, and then I'm gonna make my own. Because I know there's like powders you can buy from eBay. I'm going on about eBay all the time. You want to know why? eBay's great. I had doubts about eBay, but I love it now. Ace. So many things around me for the aquariums. Most of it's on Amazon. Some things aren't, and that's where you go to eBay. Or they're on Amazon and are an absolute rip-off. Check eBay. Absolute bargain. Or it's the other way around. Just depends. What other news? Yeah, it was my. It wasn't activities. It's skills. So yeah, I've been editing that. That's about a 2-hour long video of all my evidence. So it's about 30 hours of like video and photo all crammed down into a 2-hour. I'm going to try and get it down to half an hour. If I get it down to half an hour, I'm doing so well. So I've had to add text, transitions, and God knows what. Voiceovers. So yeah, I've been doing that for the past 2 days. I was doing that during Graham's stream yesterday. I know I did say that I need to go to bed. I did need to go to bed. So I left his stream, but I was so bursting with questions. I noticed that Corvus was live. I just wanted to finalise certain things on my Dutch. So I went to his, asked my questions. He was rambling on about, I'm not going to say rambling, it's quite a harsh adjective. He was talking about the environment, saying great things about it, completely agree. But yeah, just mostly talking about it as a US side, but took a while for him to get his thing, and then Graham. I'm not saying Graham's a great person. He's a great person. He does great videos. Really kind. Every stream he gives away stuff. But yeah, he caught me. He caught me on Corvus's stream. So I was just like, whoops. But I think he uploaded today, so better do a comment, a little bit of a YouTube apology. Oh, hello, whoever's joined. You'll probably be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Sorry for the bad language, but to allow live chat, I have to turn no, this is not made for you kids off. So yeah, I can say what I like. As long as it's not hateful, racist, sexist, whatever ist. Yeah. Which I probably won't say anyway. Because why? because it'll be something as simple as I'll be going for a job interview in say 10 years time. They find my channel, they find that little clip of me saying something ist, and they're like, no, we don't want to employ you, you said this. I was like, well, that was 10 years ago, I was age. But yeah, just don't say bad things on the internet. I know some people say, oh yeah, if you say it in person, there's no tracing it, but ear witnesses. Just be really careful. Sound like some sort of person at school, like, oh yeah. I love it when my school did the. I'm not going to get into it. It's probably going to sound really sexist of me, so I'm not going to bother. Basically, when they did it, they encouraged being simps. Basically, they were just like, that's no bueno. I'm not going to continue anymore. I was joined. Thank you. If you would put a chat in the live chat, you don't have to, but well, they're gone. Bye. If they could have just put a chat in the live chat, it would made me feel a lot better. Because the last person to speak on live chat was Ray, and he went about 20 minutes ago. Oh, 10. Oh well, he's gone. What was it? I want to say something about YouTube. So yeah, once my DOV is done, once it's summer holidays, you know what that's going to be. I'll be focusing on the Dutch, YouTube, eating, sleeping, and growing. Those are my 5 things for the summer. And maybe relax, so 6. 7, do some schoolwork, because I'll be going into final GCSE year. So yeah, I need to do some work. They're the 7 things I'm going to do over the summer. Those 7 things. And hopefully, over the summer, so I started the YouTube, rebooted the YouTube over the summer. So I've gone from, I think it was 10 to 60 subscribers in that period. So 50 subscriber jump. I think 61 now, so thanks. 1,000k video, 1,000k. I haven't got a million views. Sorry, 1k. Or I'm just stick with the thousands. 1,000 views on the nano USB air pump video, which is awful. That took at most half an hour to make, including uploading and editing. Just me talking, rambling like I am for the past hour and 23 minutes and 22 seconds about some air pump and other things. Half the time I was talking about the Marina Breeder box, that filter that I just set up at that point. It's just here. Still going good. I've got some Java moss on top of it. I think I haven't checked it, but I think the Java moss is still alive. Which isn't hard for me, because I can keep it alive in my water. It grows really good in my water, but it's just light. I wasn't sure about the light, so I don't have any light up there. It's just either coming off the window or it's reflecting out the tank. Let's check my uploads. I'm going to end it in 6 minutes, guys. 6 minutes. And then it is 6. Thank you, anyone that's watched, anyone that's liked, most importantly. I don't think I've had any new subscriptions. Let me check. No, I normally get a notification. Yeah. Oh, I had some really random, comment the other day. So I commented on Mike from DIY Aquapros. I like him still, because he does really nice aquascapes, but he's not as much. He used to be DIY Aquapros, now he's Aquapros. He used to do loads of DIY things, which I used to love. And I absolutely loved my favorite tank of all time from him was this 125 gallon. It's beautiful. Really nice skate with weapons and polygetons, some woods and some rock, some java and things like that. Looks so good. And then it had some Siamese algae eaters, denison bobs, an archer fish, which I absolutely loved. I think it's called Teddy Roosevelt, if I remember correctly, and some, I said denison barbs, and some Bozeman rainbow fish. It's those sort of things. I think there's a couple of cherry barbs in there as well. It just looks so good. And it was dirted as well. So if you're wondering why I'm not going to do dirt for the Dutch, it's just what I've got at the moment. It's probably going to go in my family's living room. And if the sand compacts and the dirt compacts, it sort of forms gas bubbles, which smells like rotten eggs at times. It's not very nice. It hasn't done that with my 16 gallon yet. It does smell a bit eggy every now and then. But dirt's great. I love dirt. I recommend it. But just sometimes can go wrong or smell. So yeah, that's the dangers of it. There's other dangers. It releases a lot of ammonia when you set it up. But plants' preferred nitrogen source is ammonia. That's why ADA Amazonia is so good for the dry start. If you haven't heard of the dry start, there's a couple of videos on it. It's basically where you just set the tank up, do the escape. You get like your foreground. It's usually like with Monte Carlo or HC Cuba or hairgrass, and like you plant it, and it's like slightly damp and it's all sealed off, and you like grow it dry, and then you flood the tank. It's really good with iwagumis, really popular because mostly iwagumis are foreground plants and rock. Mine isn't. Mine's bits of Anubias attached to it, which I don't think you meant to do. Stem plant carpet, which is the pearlweed. And then I've got some Rotala rotundifolia at the back. But if I did like continued like with the depth, that'd look really weird with like the pearlweed. So I decided to do Rotala rotundifolia, just a little bushy bit. So yeah, we're coming up to 6 o'clock, guys. I'm gonna call it off in 2 minutes. It's been great chatting with you all. Y'all. Is that how you pronounce it in America? I don't know. It's like you take words. I think apparently I might be wrong, but those words like originated from like when they had like the typewriters and you used to have to pay per typed letter, and they shortened it. So you all became y'all. I don't know. It might be some urban myth from across the pond in cold England. But I don't know. Let me just try and find. I am going to try and find the MD thing. I'm not very happy about that. I've put it behind me. Not dwelling on it, but I don't think I mentioned it. And yeah. Most of my subscriptions are either Minecraft or fish. So I've got 2,500 photos. I was messing around with iMovie the other day and I found out how to do ear rape. You guys are in for a treat. No, I wouldn't do it. No. Aquariums are meant to be relaxed. Chill. Kind of like chill music. Armani Gracilis. That's what I really wanted to get. I saw that in Aquarium Cot, one of their videos. Oh, I forgot to mention the Dropsy. I mentioned that before I end the stream. But with the Dropsy, didn't work. Lost the fish. He's sad. So it did work. So week 1, slight change. Week 2, drastic change. Like it gone all the way back to almost normal, but a slight plumpness. And then I think the bacteria or whatever had either mutated or built up resistance against the medication or something, because over the course of 3 days it gone from really good, not as bad, to how it was, but slightly worse. Like scales were coming off at that point. And then I came down the next morning after seeing that. I'd given them a big treatment to try and prevent it. I'd done 2 tablets and I'd double dosed. And I was coming down to do the water change just to remove excess meds, just in case if it would become dangerous. And no, it didn't work. It's what I usually do. It can be dangerous. It works usually for me. Never killed a fish doing it. As long as you do a water change 12 hours after, it usually works. But it was working. So if you've got anyone that's got drops in the UK, try the treatment. Try any other medications you want with it. But yeah, I tried my best. Didn't work. Still got the other one with clouded eye. My gold denison. I think I got them for £8. I think I found that they're worth 50. Well, I saw them for 50 on eBay. That's eBay though. Let me just find it. It's green screen. This is just going to be me searching. Oh god. Oh, this is what I saw. This focuses. This will be amazing. So, this is what I'm dreaming of. If you can see this. So it's a Dutch, as you can see. Really nice Dutch. But it's got denison barbs. Oh, fancy. I know. Update on the jar over there. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I know. Week 2. Is it week 2? Yeah, it's week 2. Hello, whoever's joined us. We're about to pack up shop. I think I mentioned everything. Yeah, here it is. I found it. Out of, it might have not been me because there's also someone else. So I said, he made a post saying, "Oh yeah, this plant grower, and this is MD Fish Tanks. Another channel. Just a bit annoyed that he didn't mention me potentially or someone else. And he made like plant grow out, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I really like this. Wish all my plant tanks, so sort of thing, even my grow outs, like escape tank." I said, "MD, you should do a Dutch style aquascape." Got a like from it, from someone else, not myself. I don't like my own comments. I don't do that. I don't like that. It's weird. And also someone else said very Dutch style. Hi Spirit. Hola. Good to see you. Wasn't your last video? Might not have been getting notifications for your uploads, but let me just. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. You did his intro. I remember you mentioning that. Channel. I'm just doing it on my phone because it's not showing up on my computer. I haven't uploaded an agent, that's why. My tanks look bad. Blue green algae. Don't worry about blue green algae. It's fine. Just what I find, if you've got soft water, it's flow. You need flow. You can see over my shoulder. But it depends what you got. If you got like really sensitive, like get a wave maker. Depends what you got. If you've got like gouramis and they don't, or bettas and they don't like flow, then use some treatment. Cut that back on your feeding as well. Make sure there's no like pockets where they can build up. I haven't had blue-green algae, but that's what I know. It's just flow, build up of malm and fish food in areas. Malm isn't a bad thing. Maybe get Malaysian trumpet snails. People think they're bad. I think they're really good. If you don't overfeed, then they stay controlled. That's the most important thing. They stay controlled if you don't overfeed. Don't overfeed. That's how you get the blue-green algae in the first place, I think. This is what I think. It's my opinion. You have your own. Overfeeding, Malaysian trumpet snails, or cories even. Just turn over the blue-green algae isn't actually, is that, yeah, I know, cyanobacteria. It doesn't act like regular algae. I don't know. I've never had it. That's just my suggestions. Malaysian trumpet snails, wave maker, or any powerhead near the substrate, or going down onto the substrate, or anything like that, just to keep the substrate moving, churned over. My cories, they're amazing. There's little bulldozers with plants, but Malaysian trumpet snails, if you don't want to do cories or any fish like that. Giant brocus, is that? They're like the cousins of cories, which get a bit bigger. If you've got like African cichlids, maybe. But African cichlids, anyway, they churn up the substrate anyway. I just bought some cyanobacteria killer, seems to be working. Good. You don't have to do my suggestions, my god awful suggestions that I have no experience of. How are my barbs doing? The one with dropsy sadly died. I've mentioned that earlier. Got better by week 2, and then over a 3-day course, it just, I don't know what happened. It got worse and died. Gold denison, fine, all cured, doing well. I've been feeding a lot of high quality foods, so bug bites, bloodworms, and frozen brine shrimp. They seem to be liking that. How are your rams doing? Well, you didn't have like German blue rams. Yeah, dropsy can be hard. Certainly because lots of the videos about it are US based, and they recommend US only medications. Well, I'm not sure if they're US only, but I personally can't find them. So I think I used Isha 2000, some Water Life tablets or something, some Epsom salts and things like that. I have denison barbs too now. Awesome. They're great, I think. What do you think of them? They're really nice fish. I can't remember what they're called. There's some video denison barbs in the wild, and I can't remember what they're called in India. Let me just Google, because they're from India, if you didn't know already. They do like quite fast river flow. I think from the video it had like a sand substrate, a lot of malm, and a lot of tannins. I remember watching it about when I got into when I first got them. Yeah, Miss Kerala. Yeah, the gold one survived it though. Yeah, he's one of my originals. One of the original 4. I only got 2 left. Or do I have 1? 1 or 2? Can't remember. Thing with the gold, it's more recognised. Yeah, I got 2. I can't remember. If I got 1 or 2. Yeah, but they're sadly endangered. Sam, shame. Really annoying how my tap water killed them. It's usually around 7. Oh, you're talking about your German blue rams. Oh, being stupid. I'm looking at the bottom chat, but I'm not looking at it. I need to do that a bit more. My German blues down a few months ago. Wow. You're like your local council or something maybe might have changed it. I find with German blue rams, I've never kept them, but from Aquarium Cult's video, they said they're really finicky. So if you really want to keep them, you've got to have high temps, really clean and clear water. They recommend Bolivian rams, which I think look just as good. They're like, I think their name even is like Mini Earth Eater, or is that rams? I can't remember, or is that they look like mini geophagus, if I put it that way. And I really like geophagus. Like, they might not do the world of good for your planted aquariums, but yeah. Didn't you have a video with Chris from Fish for Thought? I remember seeing that. I thought, oh well, good for you. And I remember big like on that. I think I commented. I can't remember. And then you sent some plants to, I think it was Tsuki. That's how you pronounce it. Excuse my awful pronunciation. Not very linguistic. My gold female ram is hardy as hell. Super aggressive, yeah. Certain fish, so my red tail can be really aggressive at times. Yeah, I remember him uploading that. But I think we both have a thing about MD not mentioning us. I think you more certainly. I think that's really mean because he was using. I remember I was watching. I got into watching him about a year and a bit ago, year and 2 months, 3 months, and he was using that intro all the time. It was either that intro or "Hi, I'm MD. These are my fish tanks." One, um, with all his tanks. That was the shed era. I liked the shed era. I don't like the modern era as much with his 2 studios, sort of like a new tank every week. But in the background, you don't really see like the other tanks that are sort of not being neglected a bit more. And so I think it was his 49 tank tour. If you've watched that, the kiddie tank didn't look too good in my opinion. It's just full of moss balls, internal filter and water levels quite down. Someone that can aquascape really well, it was an absolute mess. Everything seems rushed out now for views. Yeah, I prefer it if you spent a bit more time on them. I understand he works really hard. He like gets up at 5 every morning, makes a video, things like that. I'd appreciate if he put a bit more time into certain things. So with his outro, I noticed because he's pumping videos constant. There's a typo actually. It says "click something." It might be intentional, but it's just a typo. Like, if you're gonna have 250,000 subscribers, you can at least change the typo in your outro every single time, or at least change it in general, because it's been going on for quite a couple of videos now. And yeah, I appreciate the constant videos. It's really good of him. But if he cut back to, say, a video every 3 days, but edited a bit more, that'd be a much higher production. That's why I think I'm a bit more lenient to George Farmer on like video quality, but I'm more lenient to MD when it comes to like aquascaping, like being budget friendly. Yeah. You think it's intentional? I wasn't sure. But yeah, I can't remember. I think he used your intro recently. I can't remember. So, but I remember you mentioning that. I think I saw the video for it. I really don't like it when someone takes something and doesn't even mention it. I had a similar thing run-in with the King of DIY. Yeah, I remember suggesting, so it was like his video, was like, what should I put in the 2,000 gallon? And I said archfish. He did archfish, and then he said, oh yeah, I couldn't remember who commented it. It might have been someone else, but I felt that it was me because I suggested archerfish. I'm not going to get too personal with it. Just yeah, that was the sparked the end of or the beginning of the end for me watching King of DIY. Yeah, I feel you as well. I think you were robbed even more. You might like. Okay, I'm gonna go on YouTube. Watch this. MD fish tanks. MD fish. Fosh tanks. New video today. Videos. I'll be here for a while. Right then, a year ago. This is when did focused on a lot of no filters. Here we get the goldfish. Yeah, here we go. This is what I mean, spirit. You can see that, like the. Let me go back. There we go. Let me go. You can probably see this a bit better now. It's much darker now. I've shut my. Feels weird because I don't know how to share the stream, my screen, so I'm just doing it all through my phone. So if you can see this, here it comes. Here comes your work. Here it comes. Sorry about that. I feel you. I don't watch King of the nor do I. I haven't watched him a year and a bit. Ever since he started doing that aquascaping thing, I was like, I've had it. You're acting like you know everything about aquascaping, but you don't. So yeah, that was the end of the line for me. But yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap up the stream here. I've gone nearly 20 minutes over. It's been great fun chatting with everyone that's joined us, especially you, Spirit. You've been very. You and Ray have been chatting a lot. Feels weird face to face, not hiding behind a camera, not playing Minecraft or something. Yeah. If you've got any more questions, just ask them now, or if you've got any later, just go on a video or something and comment. Or I am working on week 2. Is it update? I can't remember. Week 2 of Jar. I know I need to do the Dueling Peaks. The problem with that is I like film. I really like the tank itself, but when it comes to filming and editing it, it's like the most intensive for me. Because when I did my initial startup, I spent a couple of hours editing that, and I'm sort of, if I've started with that, my mentality is I need to continue it. So I think I've got quite lazy with the editing of that. I've gone. Because there's always people commenting in the comments like, "What plant is that on the left?" Oh, thanks. I need to do. I think it's month 2, 3, and 4. I did just film a time lapse on here of the trimmings, so I'm going to edit that and I might upload that either today or tomorrow. But it's been nice chatting with you. I understand that videos haven't been too frequent. I've been editing my DOV skills evidence, which I've done as a video, and that's about 30 hours of film. I've compressed it down to 2 hours, and I'm gonna try and compress it down to half an hour, and then I'm just gonna really focus on the editing on that. But thank you so much for watching. I think our peak was 5 people. That's 12% of the subscribed people. So thank you so much. No, it's not 12%. Is it? No, it's only 12. 6 is 10. But thank you. My maths is off. I'm being stupid. But thank you, everyone that's tuned in. Put something in the chat that really makes the stream so much more enjoyable, because it's something I can actually talk about and relate to. But yeah, it's been great. All 1 hour and 50 minutes now. I'll see you in the next stream or video. Bye.